the National Police Act, Section 1081. And Madam Speaker, unless we are speaking in
the Honorable Member for Nyaribari Chache, Zahi Janda.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I rise to support the Haiti motion because, Madam Speaker, we are a global community of nations, and it is absolutely essential for Kenya, together with other multinationals, to help Haiti. It is a matter of humanitarian consideration to help offer support to our brothers and sisters in Haiti. Madam Speaker, the sole aim is to help usher in stability, development, and democratic governance through a political framework owned and driven by the people of Haiti. Madam Speaker, it was through a request by the UN Security Council of the deployment of multinational security missions to Haiti. Kenya, Madam Speaker, will help to reinforce Haiti National Police Force. Madam Speaker, I fully support the deployment of Kenyan Police Force. Madam Speaker, you are aware that we have forces in the DRC and other African countries, and you can see what our troops have done in Congo. So I stand to support. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
The Honorable Karoli Omondi.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. I begin by first noting that there exists a proper legal framework for the deployment of our police servicemen and women overseas, and that is under Article 107 and 108 of the National Police Service Act. I think that matter rests there. Though I would urge that proper gazette notices be issued by the executive to give effect to those provisions. Madam Speaker, the seeds of the current turmoil in Haiti commenced with the arrival of Christopher Columbus in the New World. And if you've had the privilege of reading the book by C.L.R. James, The Black Jacobins, who was a teacher of my friend who has just left here, the member for Kamkunji, he begins by saying, Christopher Columbus landed in the New World and after praising God, urgently inquired for gold. In other words, it was an expedition of exploitation. And when they annihilated the indigenous Indian population of Haiti, efforts were made to transship Africans from the west coast of Africa to Haiti. And since then, Haiti has prospered, created a lot of wealth for so many people, but has also been a tragedy to the African people. It is my conviction that it is very important that we all take an interest in what is happening in Haiti. Haiti was the first African-led country in the Western Hemisphere, where the slaves rose up, fought away the French, won their freedom,
The Honorable Member for Belgut. The member for Belgut is not there. The Honorable Member for Tindiret. Your time is up.
Thank you. Is it me or?
Let's give the Honorable Chair now that he has arrived.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Allow me also to add my voice on the deployment to Haiti. And like many of my colleagues have said, in fact, I really don't understand why they do not involve the Defense Committee on this matter, and I've listened to TJ Kajwang. I just want to invite him also to look at the act. If you look at the discretion, you will go to 1081, and you will see the president will also interpret the discretion differently. But I don't want to go to the details. Let me just go to the humanitarian bit of why we need our police officers to be in Haiti as soon as possible. Honorable Speaker, we've done, this country has been on different missions before, with people on missions on countries where we are not even related in any way, not in color, not in religion, but we participated. Our officers have been to Kosovo, our officers have been to Sierra Leone, our officers have been to East Timor. In fact, the Deputy DIG, Gabo himself, led a mission that did so well in East Timor. And it is part of the reasons why we must deploy our officers to Haiti. Kenya in 2018 was recognized, and 28 officers by the United Nations and promoted. In fact, the United Nations took one of the officers, the Chief Inspector of Police, Kerubo, and retained in the UN because of the deployment that had been done to Southern Sudan and the work that they did in Southern Sudan, and in recognition for their distinguished service in Southern Sudan in trying to restore peace in that country. Our officers were recognized by the United Nations, and on 26th June of 2028, 23 Kenyan police officers were awarded different medals of recognition for that effort. Honorable Speaker, our foreign policy is hinged on 5 pillars. There is peace diplomacy, economic diplomacy, environmental diplomacy, cultural diplomacy, and diaspora diplomacy. This country must continuously be the anchor of peace that it is. We must continuously engage in making sure that the regions that we've been asked or deployed, we as a country are able to participate in restoring peace within the region. Honorable Speaker, Kenya has done so well. We've like I did mention in the beginning of the week, shortly our officers from Somali who have restored relative calm will be on a drawdown coming back to the country. We are engaged in peace missions within the region, in the Democratic Republic of Congo, Somalia, Burundi, and many other countries. I honestly do not see why we cannot go to Haiti. The problem in Haiti, and we should also be very fair, Kenya, this is the gangs, and they are only in the capital of Haiti, that is Port-au-Prince. The gangs that Haiti is dealing with are about 200 gangs. This country before, and the records are here in this house, in the year 2017, we were told Kenya had 325 gangs, including Mungiki, including Chingororo, and many other gangs that we have. Honorable Soro is not amused about Chingororo, but all of them were quelled by our police officers. Honorable Speaker, I want to submit that our officers are able, and there is no reason why we should not deploy our officers to Haiti. Honorable Speaker, I support.
The Honorable Member for Lari, Honorable Joseph Kahangera.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I raise under Standing Order 95, considering that we have had many members who are supporting and those who are opposed, considering also that we have more important business before the House. Madam Speaker, I wish to ask that the mover be called to reply.
It seems it's the mood of the House that I should... Mover will reply. seems it's the mood of the House. I should put the question. Honorable members, I now... Honorable... Ruto, Honorable members, it's hard to decide, so we'll proceed with this first. Honorable members, I now put the question that taking into account the consideration and the recommendations of the Joint Committee of the National Assembly, Departmental Committee on Administration and Internal Security, that the Joint Committee of the National Assembly, led by the Honorable Member of Tongoya as the chair, be called to reply. Honorable members, I now put the question that taking into consideration, Honorable members, just allow me to proceed with this. We have to say it properly, which means I have to say the title of the Joint Committee, which is chaired by Honorable Tongoya, to be called to reply. I want to put that question. Yeah, so if you just let me do my job. Honorable members, because there is a dispute as to whether we should put whether the mover should reply or not. Isn't that the question before the House? So I want to ask, yes, I want to ask whether the House is in agreement. You will have an opportunity to decide as the House whether the mover should be called to reply or not. Okay, Honorable Member, when you finish making your altercation. What's your point of order, Honorable Otiende?
Madam Speaker, I want your guidance. I will wait until you're done consulting. Madam Speaker, I wish to get your guidance on a fundamental matter, and that is the fact that this being a house of debate, usually the minority will have their say and the majority will have their way. Madam Speaker, I want to bring to your attention that it may not be easy for you to determine who is the majority and who is the minority. But it is clear that in the course of this very short debate, it is the majority who have had the greatest contribution in the following manner. The Honorable Yusuf came to the minority side and is clearly of the majority side. The Honorable Korere came to the minority side, is clearly of the majority side, with the result that being minority, we are not even, I'm on a point of order, Mr. Majority Leader, I'm on a point of order. You can't be on a point of order
Honorable
So
Otiende,
all I wanted, your guidance is this. The guidance I want is this.
I will give you the guidance.
Yes. Where it is clear that the minority is denied both their say and clearly their way, is that in line with the parliamentary standing orders?
Honorable Otiende, the mere fact that somebody is from the minority side doesn't mean that they are required to always object or not support the report. The point is that the minority side got the opportunity equal to that of the majority side. If the members of the minority side decided to support the majority side, that is within the prerogative of those individual members. And honorable members, because there is seems to be disagreement as to whether the mover should reply or not, I will put the question as to whether the mover should reply or not, and then you will have the chance to have your ayes and nays. Honorable members, I now put the question that the mover be called to reply. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. You have insufficient numbers. You don't have sufficient numbers.